Oh, there the hyena, just behind. That's what he's looking at. Look at that. 3 hyenas. That's exciting. They're growling at each other. I'm going to leave this elephant simply because we don't see the hyenas too often, and I'd like to go and just see what they're doing while they follow across quarantine. That's very exciting indeed. I don't know these hyenas. I don't know who they are exactly. There's some impala in the background. They looked like they'd found something to eat, but it might just be a little territorial marking that they're going to make. Anybody recognize these chaps? I don't know if you can hear them, but they're making very loud growling noises, which means that they can either smell another predator, or most likely at this stage, with those tails cocked up like that, a clan of hyenas they don't expect to find in this area. Now, I have never known this particular area as some sort of territorial boundary between the hyenas, so I'm not sure what's going on. You can see that they do look a little bit agitated. They also look to be in very fine condition, I must say. And you can see the impala watching them, but not alarm calling at all. They're not afraid. They know that they are much faster than the hyenas. That is a beautiful picture, isn't it? Well done, Brian.
Thank you.
Oh dear. Wendy seems to be struggling to start. Okay, let's go around the other side there. Marvellous. All the impala are moving off, but they're not alarm calling. They're staying at a safe distance. And Chris Rogue, you're watching, and you're one of our premier hyena identifiers, and you say you can't identify these guys. They're giving chase to the impala. Or they're thinking about it, certainly. Impala now scuttling off.
This one's blind in its right eye.
This one's blind.
Right eye, yeah.
Ah. Brian reckons that one there, with the one on behind,
Yeah, this one.
is blind in its right eye. Yes, I did see a flash of sort of a white cataract there. They're coming out now. They will hunt from time to time, and especially in East Africa. But out here they tend to be more scavengers. Those upturned tails are very indicative of something going down, as it were. They're on a boundary, they've picked up scent of something they don't like, they're not happy with. It looks like a big female in the front there. Crystal, you reckon that this is Corky, so a less dominant member of our Djuma clan of hyenas. That's probably the big female you're recognizing. I must say I didn't get close enough to be able to tell that. And Kuma, is that right? One of the males. And another one called Kara. I don't know that one at all. Thank you, Crystal. I think Taylor's found them again.
We found one of the hyenas, and I'm pretty sure it's one of the 3 that you saw earlier with James. But this one is now sitting in the long grass on the side of the road. Hello! Are you going to come walking down towards us? This is awesome. I haven't seen... Oh, listen, listen. Wasn't that amazing? That is so cool. The last time that I had a hyena whoop as it walked past my vehicle was easily a year and a half ago. And also very early morning with the mist. That was amazing.
Look at that. Look at that. That hyena has just turned itself around and has parked itself in the hole. You can see it's now very, very comfortable. So still no sign of any young ones, but I believe a lot of the viewers are very, very excited about the prospect of a den, and that would be unbelievable. Like I say, I'm super, super happy. I hope that this will be an active den. Maybe if it's not active just yet, that she's just getting to the point where she's going to give birth. She's not very heavily pregnant if she is, but there's sign that there's milk developing there. So I would imagine that she's already got, they could be really, really small. From just the sort of entrance of the hole there, there's really not that much activity that would suggest that she's been here for a number of days. So I wonder if maybe she hasn't given birth recently. So it could be that they are inside there. They're just far too little for us to even see them. So we're definitely going to monitor here over the next few weeks and see what we get. Now, I believe some of you have ID'd this hyena. I'm not very familiar with the clan around here, but I believe some of you have ID'd her as Gwen. Now, I'm not sure on her rank and her position, but judging by her ears and the way that she has lots of bite marks all over them, I would imagine she's a very low-ranking member of this clan. And that's probably why she's off on her own at this den site by herself, and why she could potentially be giving birth to young ones right on her own on the fringes of the territory.
It's so exciting. I can't wait to find out whether or not there's any babies. I'm sure that there are, actually. Hello, girl. Yes, hello. So, whilst James and Brent are on the hunt, most likely for a spotted cat, we've got a spotted creature of a different kind. Oh, and she's up. She is a very low-ranking hyena in our hyena clan, and you can see the way that her ears have been ripped up and are scarred. I had one particular incident. Hello, my girl. What's the matter? What you looking at? Shame. As hyenas go, this is not a particularly pretty one. She's been beaten up regularly. I was going to say I had one particular... Ow! Shame, girl. Again. I wonder... That's probably come from other hyenas. Oh! Cub! One... Oh, my word. It's okay, little one. Okay, let's just sit still and quiet. There's another one, there's another one. There's another one. He's coming out. Hello, guys. Guys, these are her cubs from June. She hasn't given birth. These are her cubs from June, and they've never seen a vehicle before. Well, they have, but they were so tiny when they did. It's all right, little ones. That's why they're so nervous. And Mom's not here. All right, we're actually going to have to move out of the sighting because these little cubs are so nervous of us. And I'll explain to you why in a moment. Gwen's not here, so they don't know how to react. And I don't want them dashing around away from the den site while their mom's not here. So I'm going to move out so that they can feel safe to come back to the safety of the den. Obviously that den is shallow and they don't feel secure within it. There's 2 of them!